Hello, I'm doing a tutorial on how to remove the trigger spring from your controller, from the trigger of your controller, so that you can instantly power shield or hard shield instead of going from analog to digital. So if you want like a full digital press to like instantly power shield with one press, without hurting your hands so much when you do try to power shield, this will be the tutorial for you. Now, basically the idea is just take the spring out, but there's a few things to keep in mind, and a few things I found easier when taking this apart. So what you'll need, a tri-wing screwdriver. That's this. You will notice there are three little prongs that you use to take these pronged screws out of the controller. There are 6 of them. Easy peasy. So we remove the screws, now we're going to take the shell off. So we're in the back of the controller now, and what we want to do is we want to take out these 2 screws here on the triggers. These are pretty notorious little screws. They strip very easily if you don't have the exact size screwdriver. This is why I will stress that you really need to have one that fits, or else you're going to have a tough time in your future endeavors with this. Okay, so the 2 screwdrivers that I've bought and used that seem to fit these are a PH1 Phillips head one from ifixit.com and a Phillips head size #00. These both are a good fit. I had just bought this Phillips head one, and it works pretty good. So we just want to unscrew these here, being very careful, of course. It should be a perfect fit if you have the right one. Okay, screws are out thanks to our PH1 here. And we are free to take off this metal shell here. Okay, that's gone. And our next step is taking out the spring. So what we want to do, we want to peel this, take it out, and now we can just cut out the spring, excuse me, and put it all back together again. Now this won't fit exactly the same anymore, that's fine. You actually don't necessarily need the spring if you're just going to go straight to digital. You want to have this part in the original position at the bottom so that we can just fit this back on like nothing happened. So you just want to make sure that these bits here on the lower, in the center here, are a perfect fit with these prongs at the bottom. So you just fit the casing back on. You don't need to worry about this part here being at the all the way top, because you can see on this part that the levers here are at the top. They're going to act like the same as they would if this were at the top. It doesn't matter, it just goes straight down when you press it. So we just screwed this back on. If you want to test out how the thing works now, it's just a 1 click like that, and it goes right back up. No big deal. So now we just simply put it back together again. So we put everything back together again. Here's how it sounds if it works correctly. Notice how there's no spring anymore. You can just straight click it like it's like a Z button now. Very good. I can even show you how it works in the game now. So now that we've made our screw Falco button, we're able to just simply, with the press of a button, Martha's cheap with power shields, so we'll show you standing up, as this is the way it's done for all characters. You can hit that 2-frame window much easier now that you don't have your controller switching from analog to digital every time you want to hold down. And it also makes your hands hurt much less when you power shield. So I think for that alone it's worth it. More consistent, more powerful. You also add Z-Powershield to the equation. If you look that up on your own, you hold L, and at the same time, you hold trigger, Z, and A, and you're able to have your power shield be double the size, which is only possible on a triggerless trigger. So you cannot do this on a standard unless you remove your spring. Yet another reason why this might be helpful. You don't have to be a character like Marth to get use out of this. Yeah, I think this is very much worth it. Makes power shields pretty free, which definitely saves quite a lot of stress in the Falco matchup. This Falco is cheap sometimes. Like you see, you may be able to hear it's just one straight up click. It's very easy, much easier to do than just going from analog to digital press every time you want a power shield. So, moral of the story, try this out, see how you like it. It's very likely that you only use one trigger anyway, unless you're like a Fox player or something. Even then, might still be worth your time. That's all I got. Thanks for watching.